Our Verizon wireless game track from the first half. Shooting numbers pretty close. A lot of free throws and plenty of fouls. Boston at one point had an 11-point lead. Orlando came back and took the lead. And now a close 2-point game after the first 2 quarters. And hi again, everyone. As we get set for the third, along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Doris in just a moment. But this is kind of what we expected in that first half. Tough physical play. And that's the kind of play the Celtics like, including Paul Pierce.
Well, he got off to a great start offensively. And in these 2 games, he's been able to exploit his offensive prowess. Here, first play of the game, spinning away from Carter. And then pick and roll. The easy pull-up with Howard back in the lane. Then he takes a very, very hard flagrant 1 foul that puts him down, and then he does what you do if you're a great competitor. Poise under pressure. Spin drive, and then another 3. This is your response when you get hit hard. Don't yell, don't complain, just play ball.
Meanwhile, Dwight Howard's response from getting hit hard in Game 1. That's tonight's Cooler Talk. And certainly he responded in a big way, Mark.
Well, absolutely. Made the correct adjustment. Struggled offensively in Game 1 because of the pressure of the Boston Celtics bigs. So you see, did not gather his feet. Off balance. Instead of going straight up, he's going away from the basket. That's a tough shot for anybody to make. Tonight, take a look. Does a better job of getting his feet set. So now he's set and ready to explode upwardly. It's a much better move. And then the adjustment also made, moving without the basketball. So they set the screen. Now they have to adjust. Recognition. Great pocket pass from J.J. Redick. Puts him in position where the defense is running towards him. Does a great job of making a move and scoring in the paint.
Our Cooler Talk presented by Gatorade as Howard. An excellent first half, but his team still trailing by 2 as the third quarter getting underway.
That was nice and heated in the first half. That's good basketball right there.
Playoff basketball at its best. First game was so choppy with Boston getting the big lead. Orlando made the run at the end, cut it to 2. And this one, as you said, Jeff, played well from both team standpoints. Carter looking for Howard. He's got Pierce on him. Close to a 3-second violation. Now they get it to Howard. Shot clock at 3 goes up, blocked, but a foul. Perkins blocked him, but it appeared Garnett hit him. And Kevin Garnett will pick up his first.
I like the adjustment made there. Vince Carter with size, he's able to see Dwight Howard. He's patient, and he's a better passer. So you put him in position in pick and rolls to deliver the basketball to Howard.
Howard took 7 free throws in the first half, hit 5 of them. Now he's going to have to hit free throws for them to perhaps win a championship. Had some important free throws in the finals last year that could have won a game for him. And as we said earlier, he works on it. He really does. Some guys just are not going to be good free throw shooters. And he has struggled with consistency.
And so many people want him to be something he's not. He's a superstar defender, rebounder, a la Bill Russell type of player. But everybody is always critiquing that he should be a better post player. And maybe he should. But I don't think that's ever going to be his greatest strength.
Lewis is on Garnett. Celtics have not been able to take advantage of that. Nice pass from Rondo, and Perkins is hit. As we send it over to Doris Burke.
Mike, I had a chance to talk to Magic assistant Steve Clifford. He said one of their biggest problems early in the basketball game was a lack of organization defensively. He said it wasn't necessarily the Celtics scoring in fast break, but that they weren't set. And as it relates to Paul Pierce in particular, they feel like their rotations were late, their help was late to him. They're going to try to disrupt his rhythm. Obviously, they were thrilled to see Dwight Howard start to draw some fouls and do some things on the offensive end, guys.
You know, I want to go back to something Coach just talked about with Dwight Howard, and I understand that mindset. But LeBron James went to the finals against the San Antonio Spurs. They basically did not play him on the perimeter. They dared him to beat him 4 games via the jump shot. He came back a better jump shooter. Is he ever going to be Reggie Miller or Ray Allen? No, but he's a much improved jump shooter. Dwight Howard has the same post game this year that he had last year. I'm saying come back with something better. Don't just satisfy with being great. Be an all-time great.
Well, let me just say this, though, in response to what you said, though, is with all that, they've both been to 1 finals each. So it's not like, as Rashard Lewis gets fouled, it's not like he hasn't propelled his team to the same exact heights that LeBron James has. So if we're going to be critical of Dwight Howard, then we too have to be critical of LeBron James. And I'm critical of him. I just think he should have more too. It's not like I'm saying he shouldn't have a better post game. But some guys have natural touch. And he just doesn't have a natural touch. But he can jump.
Beautiful alley-oop. Now, there was a part in the regular season where we saw some little variety in his postgame, but he's not confident right now in using it all that much, especially in important games, as Barnes is called for a foul. He's even admitted that. He has worked on it, but just not seeing it on a regular basis. But it's pretty much made easy when they lob it in over the rim down the other end.
And this is a mistake by Kendrick Perkins. Your job is to keep a body on him, give recognition from Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard, a play that they pretty much mastered.
Now, Barnes has 3 fouls, so you have Barnes, Lewis, Howard, and Carter, 4 starters with 3 personals. Allen, nice pass. Perkins, the extra pass. Garnett misses. Perkins misses. Nelson comes up with it. Maybe one too many passes. Nelson to Carter. Flick of the wrist. Pierce the rebound, but fouled. And who are they calling on? It's on Howard, and that's his 4th. I got the ball, he says to Billy Kennedy. But with him having 3 fouls, that's the kind of play he needs to stay away from.
No question. Again, it's poise as you're playing hard. It's enticing. He didn't foul enough. And this brings me back to adding a foul or not fouling out.
Please don't go there.
I have to, because it's a double whammy. Not only do you get a team foul on a bad call, you also get your best player out of the game.
Pierce thought he was fouled. Nelson gets it down the court and banks in a layup. Just his 2nd field goal, but it puts the Magic up by 2. Rondo to Perkins, another nice pass. And Perkins having a strong offensive game for him. He has 10. All tied at 57. Carter. And Perkins picks up his 4th foul. Carter again attacking the basket. Perkins and Howard, the 2 starting centers, each with 4. We've had 34 personal fouls already, and we're only a little over 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. 39 free throw attempts with 2 more coming up here.
And I think because of Dwight Howard's lack of offensive ability, and this is a credit to Gortat, the foul trouble of Howard, Gortat is an underrated guy. Actually comes into the ball game, and you don't lose much because he's an outstanding rebounder, can set screens, and offensively can catch and knock down the mid-range jumper.
And the Celtics, with Perkins having 4, they have some depth at that position. Glenn Davis, the first off the bench this time. They have Rasheed Wallace.
I think Gortat is a starting center. It's the place where the Magic have the best depth. Unfortunately, it's where they're played the guy who plays the most minutes.
Oh, Rondo goes past Quartet that time. Quartet, they got a piece of it, still went in.
And that's bad defense by Gortat. He has to do a better job of forcing Rondo to be a jump shooter. That's about the 3rd time that Rondo was able to get to the cup.
Especially if we're going to praise him. At least wear headphones and know you're getting praised right now.
Well, Jeff Dallas thought he was a starting center. They gave him a 5-year, $34 million deal in the offseason as Garnett comes up short. And the Magic thought so highly of him as a backup, they matched it. An incredible number for a backup center. Dallas wanted him to be their starter. Carter way off. And Gortat the offensive rebound. That's his 4th offensive rebound. And turnover number 9 for Orlando. That was a problem in game 1 for them. They had 18. Orlando Magic trying to tie this series up. A loss could be devastating, going down 0-2.